Hello there everyone, today we're gonna do this. This is Thunder Spey, but I've changed it quite a bit. There is a lot of different variations of this out there, but this is gonna be mine. I've designed this so it will actually fish a bit deeper than the other ones I've seen, and I'm gonna do this in a fairly simple and fairly easy way. This just I've always had a fascination with the pattern Thunder and Lightning. In my view, it's one of the most iconic and one of the best looking salmon flies ever made. The combination of the yellow and the blue and the orange and the black, it's simply just, it's amazing. It's stunning. Regretfully, I've never caught a salmon on the Thunder and Lightning yet. I've had some with me on my different trips, but for some reason it has always been something else I've used. But this pattern really just, to me at least, looks absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna use this to catch a salmon. So the first thing we need in order to keep this the color scheme of the Thunder and Lightning is something yellow and gold actually. But for this one we're just gonna go with the yellow, and since I'm using this is a Vevus holo tinsel in holographic yellow, then this is kind of working as the gold part of the fly as well. We're gonna add some gold angel hair as the finishing touch to keep with this color scheme. So this will suffice, and this will do for the yellow goldish scheme of part of the fly here. So basically we do like this. Only make a small, maybe about 6 millimeters, something like that. You can vary that, of course, depending on how big you want it, but 6 millimeters is fine for me. And then we're gonna add a bead now. So basically I do a whip finish on top of this. Like there we go. And then I'm gonna take a bead. They come in two different sizes, so depending on how much you want this to sink, you can of course add the size you want. For me, I think this is a bit too big for this size, so I'm gonna go with the slightly smaller one. What this actually accomplishes two goals, this bead. The first is it's gonna add a lot of weight to the fly, which is ideal for the Danish rivers. It will also for Russia probably, and of course for Norway and stuff like that. It will really help the fly start to fish the second it hits the water. So I add one of those here, and the second thing this does is it will help keep the hackle broad and help keep the hackle up into the current, so the hackle won't just simply collapse. The next thing we need, then we're going to have 3 hackles. We're going to have a Spey hackle, a golden pheasant hackle, and then of course the Guinea fowl. That is of course a very crucial part of the Thunder and Lightning color scheme. So depending on the size, you can take a different size of Spey hackle, of course. This is, that was not ideal. I'm gonna take another one. This was better. So I take an orange Spey hackle here. And these feathers are really nice for something like this, because they're long, they're slender, they really have that Spey feel, and this will make a fly that has a lot of fibers that will just move very erratic in the water, which is kind of the idea with this Spey themed fly here. Basically I just turn the whiting Spey hackle here hackle broke. That's not something that happens very often, but it's annoying when it does. And of course you can turn this as many times as you want, depending on how exactly how voluminous you want this this hackle to be. I think here is about nice for what I want for this particular size. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a black feather, and of course if you have black Spey you can use that, but I would like for something to have something that is a bit is a bit different in texture, and is a bit more the fibers here on this hackle here on the this is what is normally the red feathers on a golden pheasant body fur, but this has just been dyed black, and these are a bit wider, the feather fibers, and a bit stiffer, not much, but a bit more, and that simply just, you know, adds a lot of effect to this pattern. So again, I fold this time I fold everything back, and then I tie this down in the tip. There. Don't need the hackle plier when I have the hackle stem here. This one is annoying though, I'm gonna cut that away. So basically, just turn this black hackle here. And as you can see now, we are really working towards the goal of having this perfect thunder and lightning color scheme here. So we have the yellow, we have the orange, we have the kind of goldish with the holographic here, and now we need to add the next thing, and the next thing is of course the blue from the kingfisher blue from the Guinea fowl. It's just, this is without a doubt one of the coolest color schemes in salmon flies ever. I think I'm really partial to this combination. It just looks awesome both in the box but also out in the water, and I vow to catch a salmon on this pattern. I vow to catch a salmon on this pattern. So feel free to every now and then ask me, how is it going with your vow to catch one on the Thunder Spey? And I will let you know. I will give this a lot of fishing time this year. It just looks marvelous. Yeah, it's a gem. Really is one of those patterns you just, just really want to catch a fish on, and I'm gonna do that. Just awesome, simply just pure awesomeness. The next thing we need on this fly is some jungle cock. For this I use the and for almost everything, because the original the feathers are so hard to come by, so I use artificial jungle cock. This is the Pro Sportsfisher HD jungle cock, which is, in my opinion, the best artificial jungle cock I ever worked with, I ever used. They look very nice and easy to work with. You get fairly many feathers, not feathers, but you get a lot of those in a package, and and they are just superior in quality. They are very durable. They do not affect the movement of the fly in the water too much. Of course, everything has an effect on everything, but these don't have they don't have a very, very discernible effect, which is as it should be. And then the finishing touch is going to be a few strands of wing and flash in gold to give that, to have that that effect of the gold rib that should have been. But also it's nice to have a bit of flash. So not very much, maybe something like 10 or strands or something like that. Not too much. Try to distribute this again, so it's going to be kind of like a hackle. It's going to be all the way around. And I'm going to trim it so it's not going to be longer than the orange hackle. I'm going to do a whip finish. And then I've given it a lot of thought and tried out a lot of different things. For if I've just made it the thread black, then this could be very, very nice just with black thread. But you could also use a black cone head or an orange cone head. I've tried a lot of things, but what I think, the thing that I saw that I thought looked absolutely the best was a Pro ultrasonic disc in 7mm in Kingfisher blue. Like this. It's just gonna look absolutely amazing with the finishing touch, with this as the finishing touch. Oh, that was a bit too much. Basically just gonna add a small amount of Sabagap here. And then I'm going to take this out of the vise. Cut it down. Should have been a bit closer like this. And then I'm going to melt it here. And there you have it, the Thunder Spey. in well, you could call it a Danish variant or something like that, but this is a variant that is supposed to go plop when it hits the water, because it's meant to fish deep, and this one will. There's not that much material, but what there is because of the bead here will be kept out in a cone like this, and really just do a lot of damage. Look very, very alive, and well, it's just a awesome pattern. So thank you for tuning in. As always, there is a full material list and also the option to buy all the materials available from my web shop. You can see the link here in the corner, and that's called nordicanglers.com. Swing by there if you haven't already. We have all the materials in stock for fly patterns like this and many others. And well, thank you for watching.